if you've heard of him, but his name is Clayton Sampson, and I've been dealing with him, following him, and doing stuff with him for about 2 or 3 years now. And he decided that he is going to change up the whole streaming world. And because I'd been looking at some different streaming TV for super cheap compared to like cable, and he decided to just create his own company and do it himself.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm in right now. A company that a guy that is streaming. He created his own company, as you can
What?
see. I don't know if
Okay.
you watched that
Yeah,
latest
this is
video in the group, but how is his
no.
working out? I mean,
Well, it's called Envy. He's about to launch like on the 15th is what his goal is to launch. So like right now it's in pre-launch, which you don't even have to pay anything to get into pre-launch. You just select customer, which is the $49.97, which is kind of seems like pretty much what everybody's doing as far as the month by month. But then his payment plan and commissions plan and stuff looks pretty good. I just think that the way I feel about it is I've had enough contact with him and done enough stuff with him, and he does a lot of pay it forward kind of stuff. So he's constantly helping people for free. I mean, he's done a lot for me. Learning how to do all this stuff, and so I trust him immensely. And so he basically decided that he's tired of any sort of buffering, any sort of customer service issues, anything like that. He's going top dollar for it, and I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. So those are the three things that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah. So I have a I also have a cable service that I'm offering, and I posted in a group. And I've known the guy for a while, for a couple years and everything, and he's been really phenomenal with me. Same vice versa with you, Andy.
Cool.
But the
Cool.
but the compensation plan pays on 2 levels. It's $20 a month. If somebody buys in, the plan, the each month is $39, $39.95, and the affiliates have to pay $69.95.
Okay.
And first level is $20 commission, and then the second level that pays $5 commission.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
don't
this
know.
is I think this is gonna go down 10 levels, I think. And I think it's like you get $10 for signing them up, and then it's like a $2 residual, I think. I don't quite honestly, I don't know exactly what it is. That's why I'm just saying it's something new, and I need to get a little bit more knowledge about it.
Right.
But it's gonna be I think it's gonna be very lucrative.
Okay.
It's definitely worth looking at. But if you know someone, that's cool. I'd tell you, throw that one out there. But sure, let's talk about Webtalk.
Well, Andy, I'm looking for value. With I don't care what products we don't have to be in all the same programs in order for us to be able to share things and everything. So I want to share what's valuable. If anything that you got that's valuable, like Webtalk, like this streaming TV service. I mean, even though I have mine, but they might find something that is valuable in yours better than what they find in mine. I want to share that. I want to learn what it is, and I want to share it, and I want to do a live, start doing live videos like this, so that we can be able to be putting value out and not sharing links after links and after links.
Yep.
It's being able to support people and teach people how to make money online. I don't care what business they are, and that's how we build friendship. That's how we build family. That's what that's what I'm looking for. So if anything with this live stream TV service, or speak on the other one that you was talking about. I didn't get a good understanding of that.
Yeah. I'll explain it in a second. Yeah, like once we get going, I can explain all three. But yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I just for me, like I don't ever feel like I need to step on anybody's toes as far as like a lot of people like to do like the cross, recruiting and all that
Cross
stuff.
recruiting,
I'm not,
yeah.
I'm just not into that. So that's why I'm like, I'll tell you the 3 things, and out of whatever information you want, then I'll tell you. But if you've got something, I don't need to cross recruit anything. But if you want just information, and that's how, you think that it would be, helpful for others, that's awesome.
Right.
But I'm just the kind of person that I'm not gonna, I mean, I think you how I am, and when you came to me first of all, and I told you, I respectfully say no, just because I know whose names are involved.
Right.
That to me is, I'm the kind of person that, I can be honest and say I haven't been successful at every single venture I've done, but I've learned a lot of lessons, and I'm not gonna, if I don't feel right about it, I'll tell you I don't feel right about it. I'm not gonna, bash people, but but when I see names of people, then I'm just like, oh, that might, I don't think that's gonna work for me. But
Exactly.
so
And I
the
understand
three things
completely.
yeah. And so the 3 things that I'm really focused on right now are things that I believe will be successful, or if they're not, you didn't
You didn't
put so
lose
much in
anything.
that you got screwed over. Everything's up front. This is how it works. If you don't like it, cool. If you do, cool. I'm like, there's no like hidden agenda, which is what I really appreciate about, the 3 things that I'm really working on is I think that they're all going to be successful in some sort of way.
Correct.
But it's still all, being started. But I think that they all have some major potential.
Right.
So
So everything's like in the pre-launch. Yeah. So
yeah, and which is good and which is bad. Kind of tough, because people get a little bit nervous, like if they don't really understand like how companies start up, or how businesses start up. They'll say, oh well, they want money. Well, they want to be able to, like with Tryp, they just want to be able to see that people are actually into it. And if you don't want to do that, then don't do that. Like it's cool. Like you don't have to wait. But with it being pre-launch, and with it the compensation plan, the way it goes, and all that being involved early, the the risk factor is, to me, is well worth it. So let me kind of back up, and let me explain the 3 different things, kind of briefly, but still with enough information so that you could kind of figure out if you have questions, or maybe do another live with to get more information.
okay.
So Webtalk is just a social media site. It's a new social media site. The idea of it is, if you look at Facebook, every person on Facebook is worth about $3 to $5 a month.
Correct.
So do they pay $3 to $5 a month? No, they're just worth that because of all the advertising and everything that's going on with Facebook. So if you think about 1 to 2 billion people using Facebook every month, just a few people are making $3 to $6 billion a month. That's the social media network. If you think of Amazon makes about $75 a month.
Right.
I don't know how many people are on Amazon, but that's a pretty good guess that there's a ton of people on Amazon.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. So someone is making that money. But the thing is it's not the people that use it. The people that use it, that keep telling everybody, oh, get on Snapchat, get on this, get on that, get on this. They're just adding people left and right to follow them. But what are they getting out of it?
Nothing.
Not much, unless you're a big, like YouTube mogul or whatever you want to be. But no one's getting that. So what this guy RJ Garbowitz decided to do is he's creating a social media platform that is actually, even in the small stage that it's at, it's really cool because if you think of like a lot of business people or people that are dealing with, different groups, if I make a Facebook page, if I post something on Facebook, everyone's going to see it. So if I have, my business partners on there and I'm throwing up some pictures from last weekend, everyone's going to see it.
That's right.
You
That's
can
right.
you can make your business page, you can do this. Well, what Webtalk is doing is every time that someone signs up and wants to, connect with me, it'll send me an alert, and I'll go and I can click on it and say business or personal.
Right,
Underneath
right.
the business, it'll give me options, and I can say, this, that, or the other, or I can type in, okay, let's say, business, all car stuff, or business, all, streaming TV stuff. Well, every time that I post something, I can click on that group. That's the only people that see it.
Right, right.
So now when I'm posting stuff, I don't have to worry about who sees what, because I don't have to worry about going to my business page and doing this and my personal page doing this and videos here and doing all that. You can do it all in one spot. And
exactly.
As they're building it, the desire is to create a marketplace as well, so that when you're on Webtalk, if you're on Webtalk, you see something, you can buy it straight from the marketplace.
Right.
You don't have to leave. You don't have to go to Amazon. You have to go somewhere else. It's all going to be in one spot. So that's what's really cool about it, is it's going to take like the good of everything and put it into one.
And and they're going to pay you for the friends that you have.
Well, so what's really cool about it is, if you get in during the beta stage, which is still in the beta stage, I don't know when the beta stage is going to end, but I feel like it should be here pretty soon. They went from, in about 4 or 5 months, they went from like 100,000 members to they're right at almost 2 million.
Right.
So it's growing very fast. So the people that get in during beta, you will be paid 5 levels deep, up to 50% of the site's revenue.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. So if you think about it and you go, okay, he's saying he wants to be conservative right at the beginning, because it's going to grow. He says, let's say every person is worth $1, even $1. So if I have 10 people that sign up underneath me that, hey, follow me on Webtalk. Yeah, I'm going to make $10 a month. But am I making $10 a month off of Facebook? Am I taking $10 off of Snapchat? No.
Or Instagram? No.
Or Instagram or any of those? No, I'm not making that. But if 10 of those people all get 10, 10, 10, 10, when you get to that 5 levels deep, just on 10 people, adding 10 people, that's $110,000 or people.
Right, right. Wow.
And what's cool about it is it costs $0 to start up.
And it's passive residual income for a lifetime.
Every month.
Every month.
For the rest. So think about this. Myself, I'm showing you my age. I was on MySpace. Do I ever go on MySpace? Nope. Is it still running? Yep. Is anybody getting paid for signing me up? Nope.
Nope.
I had a friend that sent me an email to sign up for Gmail when it first came out. He's like, hey, there's this thing called Google, and they have Gmail. And he's like, you should sign up. I, of course, did. There was no money connected to it. But if he would have just gotten $1 a month from just me signing up, or all the people that I sent out, an invite to Gmail, and he'd been getting that for the last who knows how many years, it's a lot of money.
Right. That is.
And it's free.
Right.
It's absolutely free. It will always be free. That's his goal, is to be free. Now, if you want to do like packages and stuff once the site goes live, that's up to you. But only one person in your downline has to purchase a business package, or some sort of package, which I don't know exactly how much they're going to be, but I think it's like $10, $20, $40 or something like that. But only one person needs to do that in your downline for you to be, for one of the requirements. That's it. Now, personally, if I have 1,000 people that are in my downline, and I'm making $1 a month off of them. You think I'm going to give someone $40 a month just to sign up on a package? And I think you can do it yourself. I don't know if they've switched that or not, but I think you can just buy it yourself, and then it's fine.
So explain the package part for me, because I kind of got lost there.
The package stuff would be like for like advertising. So like if you want to, put your stuff out there, and whatever business you're advertising or something like that, you can buy this, and it'll give you a little bit more of like what am I trying to say, like exposure to more members. I mean, it's just it's things like that. It's nothing. It's not. It's something that I guarantee one person in your downline will use.
All right.
I mean, that's like if I was on LinkedIn. If I had signed up 100 people on LinkedIn, one of them is going to do the extra package to get more exposure.
Right. And you get paid for that? Is that how that works?
Well, that's part of the revenue for the whole entire site, is when people do that. Now, what's cool is if you sign up a business to do advertising on Webtalk, when they allow that, you get 10% of the revenue that's accrued from that company.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. That's huge.
That's a big thing. So, let's say you have, I don't know, connections to Home Depot. And Home Depot says, okay, we'll start advertising on this, because that's what people do now. All these businesses are advertising on Facebook and all that. The people aren't paying for it. They're paying for the advertising.
And I realized yesterday I ran across Tractor Supply is hiring affiliates too and paying them commission for them to.
Well, that's huge. The thing is people don't understand that, but most of these sites are affiliate sites. Amazon is an affiliate site.
Correct.
If you give your affiliate number to someone and they start using Amazon, you get paid a percentage of what they spend.
Right.
People don't know that, which is crazy, because if they did know that, a lot of people would be making monthly a little bit here and there from all their friends buying stuff. And
actually, a lot of people wouldn't be sitting here broke right now,
But yet they'll say, "Oh, I don't want to do that because that just seems crazy." Well, you're doing it already.
Pretty much.
You just don't know.
When
you just don't know.
When you share about a movie, you're advertising. Yeah, pretty much. When you're doing movies, when you talk about movies, you're advertising. When you talk about the things that you love you're doing, you're advertising. Period. The whole everything that we do is advertising. So,
I mean, prime example. I went to a restaurant with some friends of mine near a school that we had to go do a professional development about a month or so ago. Went there with 2 people. Well, he brought 2 people. So this week we had to go back there, and we said we want to go back to the sandwich shop, and invited about 3 or 4 more.
Wow.
That's network. That's referral.
That's it.
But none of us got a percentage of it, but the guy at the shop made money.
Right.
That's the way it is. So yeah, so there's that. There's a lot more that's going to be explained. They're very good at putting stuff up all the time and explaining what's going on, but that's kind of like the general idea. And just the idea of it is awesome, because he's saying, I don't want people to go out and promote my site and not get anything out of it.
Wow, that's amazing.
So the projection is that that monetary value obviously is going to grow as the site grows. And at some point, maybe someone's worth $15 a person. Then all of a sudden, that's some serious money.
Yeah, and then it's now my question is, if we're on the same page, it's about data mining, right? It's some type of form of data mining that they're getting paid to be able to offer.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that there's obviously data going out, people's information. I mean, if you think you're on a public site and no one gets any information, that's a crazy thought. But I don't think I think it's I would have to ask that question a little bit deeper.
Well, I mean, if we're on Facebook, we get on Facebook, we can get on there, we can go for free for everything. But the big timers are getting paid. They're not paying us anything to use their social media, but they're getting paid from somewhere. They get paid for us to use our phones. They get paid for us to get on social media. Every text message or message we put out there, we get paid. That has to do with form of data mining.
Right. Yeah, and I think that that's probably, part of it is just all the, I guess if you think about like Facebook, like if you think about, an awesome vacuum cleaner, it just seems like all of a sudden magically now there's advertisements for vacuum cleaners. I mean, it's crazy that it works like that, but it does. And I think that this is more of like businesses just putting their advertising on the site. And yeah, I'm sure that there's some sort of payout for that and for, what people do. Thus, him being able to create revenue to pay the people that have signed up.
Correct. Well, okay, so there is I'm kind of getting off topic here, but there is multiple platforms that I'm also into, right? And when I went, and of course, I know that you're not pretty fonded about a certain person, but there's people above him that is more advanced in the technology than what he was in, and I'm not going to disclose his name at all, but at the same time, I have learned a lot from going to the webinars and actually engaging with the real actual owner of the cell phone company that I was in, that I paid I paid one time and I don't have to pay again for 9 years. And the reason why, and I was me personally, I had questions about that. If I paid one time $300, why where are they going to get that left me suspicious about what was going on. Well, the reason why is because they been getting paid for data mining. They got paid for us using our cell phones, us being able to get on social media, Facebook and all that. They said, how do you think Facebook became $1 billion industry? Is because they get paid for what we do on social media. It's called data mining. So that's a technology that is
part of it.
Huh?
That's definitely part of it.
So it's a technology that is advanced beyond what we see, and that's how they get paid. So that's why I was wondering, with the Webtalk and the developers in the background, that's how they getting paid, and they decided to, well, I'm going to get back to the community. I know what they're doing, so I'm going to launch this new program, and I'm also going to, the owner's clearly going to launch this new platform. He already launched it. It's just in beta phase, and all that, testing. And I'm sure they're going to come out with the app too. That's the key. That's the key that I want to see.
Yep. The app. He showed us like the final company or whatever that got the go ahead to create the app, and they've kind of shown a little bit of what the app looks like and stuff. So yeah, that probably, I feel like the app probably will be out. I mean, I would say early this year. I mean, it feels like it's like things are ramping up to to be at that stage. But yeah, he's shown the app
wow.
That they're working on and stuff. So I mean, it's very close. But yeah, so that's the gist of that. The other part that's kind of cool is after beta, if you sign up and then you sign someone else up, you will get one level deep and 10% of the company's revenue.
Wow.
So it's not it's not like, people who sign up in beta that, make 5 levels deep, but still, if you think about, someone who might be hesitant but has, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 followers, and says, hey, instead of, watch this video on Webtalk and every single one person has to sign up to go watch their video on Webtalk, they get paid that first level.
Right. I mean, 10%, that's huge.
Yep. And well, I mean, think about it. Think about if right now, like 2 million people that are on Webtalk, if you were at 1 billion people on your site and you get half of that every month spread out among 2 million people, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that is.
So
Passive
and the thing
residual
is,
income.
oh yeah, and the thing is that's really cool about it is free. You can sign up for free, you can use it, whatever, and as the advertisers come in and as that goes in, that's where the revenue's coming from. And so basically, you're spending some time talking to people about it.
Right. So we imagine we're emerging in the new technology that we are able to finally get paid to be on social media. That is phenomenal
Yep.
right there. And I'm finally, start seeing our own, profits come in from, you know, from the platform, these new platforms that's coming out versus the old systems where they were actually, getting paid but not actually paying us to use, basically we're
Yep.
being used to use and pay them in social media, but they're not generous enough to give back to us. So
Every social media site that people are using right now today doesn't pay them a dime to do it.
exactly. More than likely,
So
you're paying them to do your ads or advertising.
right, right. And if you think about it, people that you say, look, if you just sign up for this free social media site, there's the opportunity that when it comes out of beta, when it starts going, that people could get paid for it. And they say, no, I don't want to do that.
Right.
And it's like, but you're doing Facebook right now. You're doing the same exact thing, but you're not getting paid for it.
Exactly.
To me, it's just such a no-brainer. And what's cool about it is that people are starting to to hear about it and see it, and they're getting it. They're getting the value of it. Like just the value of the site and how it works and all that is great. And then being able to make a little bit of money on the side if it truly does what it does. And the thing is I don't care if they pay me 10 cents a person.
Right.
That's
I'm happy,
that's more than what I got yesterday.
That's exactly right. You're exactly right, Andy. I agree with you. But it's just,
So
this is a new platform that is going to emerge, and people need to get on the board with this, and we got to get the message across. So I did
yep,
record some parts, and I'm probably going to go back and edit it, Andy.
cool.
But I'm
Yep,
going to post this in a group,
okay,
because I'm changing the way I do business. I'm probably going to do more private, and I'll probably do
right,
some, live professional webinars too as well. But I only
yep,
want to be able to provide value and not just shoot them or pitch them a business link,
right,
and that's
right,
not, it's just not the way I want to do business, and I was encouraged by, some of these top marketers, they don't know anything, they have no knowledge at all, they just know how to pitch an offer, and people just jump,
yep,
because they had led them to success in some kind of form or another. But
yep,
really in the background, they don't have the education, they couldn't tell you how to set up an account or how to get started with the program itself. They didn't, they just know that the product's good. They'll jump into it and they'll just go ahead and pitch everybody their links and everything. But when you come down to the asking the question about the value of the company, that's where they get stuck. And that's where I
yep,
don't want to be. I want to be
yep,
able to provide that value, and I want to be able to make videos like this and be able to explain to them and those that
yep,
want to get educated to learn, you know?
yep,
Because somebody's watching, somebody's paying
yep,
attention to that, somebody's
yep,
watching that, they see that. And obviously over the years, I have jumped from, a little class person to, somebody that really saw potential in me and wants to pay for, compensation to go fly and learn about other different programs because they see that I want to provide education. So
yep.
that's
That's
phenomenal.
awesome.
Yeah, so I mean,
And
Andy.
here's the thing that I would say with that. If you as yourself, you say, okay, I go to X town and talk to someone, talk to a
Right.
group of people, and I tell them, hey, follow me on Webtalk. Do you even have to tell them that there's money involved or that there's a possibility of money involved? Nope.
Right.
Just like Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Webtalk. And they're going to say, oh, what is Webtalk? Well, just click on my link, check out this video, and then go ahead and watch me. You don't have to tell anybody anything. Don't have to. They can figure it out.
Exactly right. Yeah, this is phenomenal, Andy.
And every time that you talk to someone, you know that they're going to talk to somebody.
Exactly.
You know they are. Because once people figure it out, and especially like people that are, network marketers or people that, have a little bit of a following, once you realize that it's for free, come on.
Right. They're going to be blowing. And that app comes out, because it's going to take over, that app too.
Yeah. And the thing is, if it doesn't work, if all of my talking to people and it doesn't work, but there's still a site and they never make it to $1 a person, it's still a cool site, and I didn't take money from people.
Right.
I didn't feed people any lie.
Right.
I didn't tell people get involved with some company that when it disappeared, everyone disappeared with it. No.
Right.
It's free. No one's stealing your money. No one's taking your money.
That's exactly right.
But the potential's there. And it's proven. Facebook has proven it, how much money a site can make.
Right.
So, so it's cool, man. It's cool. It's definitely worth looking into.
I agree. It wouldn't hurt anything by, signing up and, just doing what you have to do, doing what you continually do, and start using that on your YouTube videos and social networks when you reach out to me on Webtalk. That's a good idea. I agree with that. So thank you, Andy. Thank you for this meeting.
You can make a YouTube video and connect it to a link from Webtalk. So when they click on YouTube, it sends them to Webtalk, and they have to sign up on Webtalk to watch your video.
Right. You're exactly right.
Once again, you don't have to do anything other than that.
Yeah, that's huge.
You're not asking for money. You're just on a different social media site.
Yep, I agree.
There's 4 ways that you can earn money with Tryp. So the first way is very simple. Once the app comes out, the Riders app, when you get the app, you're going to get the app from someone, and there's going to be a code on it. And that code, so like if I said, hey, here's an app, you download it. Every time that you take a trip in a Tryp, if you take a ride in Tryp, use Tryp as your ride, I get 40 cents.
Okay.
And every time you use Tryp, you get 10 cents.
Okay.
So it's going to be a free app, just like Uber, just like Lyft. But every time that someone uses the app to take a ride and you've given them that app with your code, 40 cents to you.
That ain't bad at all. But if you become an affiliate, so that's that's the
one thing. Okay? That's just if I have the app and I give it to someone and they start using it, I'm gonna make money off of them until the end.
Okay, so that's free right there to get.
Free app. Free to give it, free to use it. The second thing is the drivers. So a driver, what they will do, and let me say the disclaimer right before this. If any driver says it's stupid to pay money to drive, Uber and Lyft take money every single time you drive. Every time you drive someone, they're taking money from you.
Right.
They take a percentage. And if you start adding those percentages up, you're going to find out real fast that what Tryp is doing is nothing. So what it is for a driver, the first month is $250. That's $199 for the month plus it's like a $49 or $50 setup fee, which will give you like all of your advertising and all that stuff. So the $250 pays for the first month. Now, if you get 3 people to use your referral code to sign up and be a driver, that $199 is waived.
Yep.
So a lot of people go, "Oh, I'm not paying $199 a month." No, you could pay $250 for the rest of your life.
Right.
So if you get 3 people come on, we all know 3 people to drive.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what the driver gets out of that, they get 100% of all the fares and
Tips too, right?
cancellation fees and tips. They get 100%.
Yeah,
So
I
you
had a
get
friend that was driving for Uber. She was a guy was going to give her a $500 tip, but Uber will only allow her to receive $100 tip.
Yep.
Oh, she
Yep.
was hot.
Yep. 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 So
So
this one is saying I'll give they will give you 100% of your fares and tips. The booking fee, which is like I think it's like $1.99, and I think like Uber is like $2.50 or $2.60 or something like that. The booking fee goes to Tryp and to that 40 cents that the person gets for sharing the app.
wow.
So yeah, so they get 100% of fares and tips. What's cool for the rider is that there will be no surge. A trip that costs $10 today, if it's raining tomorrow or if there's a concert tomorrow, it's still going to cost $10.
Right.
So no more surge. Riders are going to be much happier. If you look at if you know, I don't think there's a lot of loyalty in rideshare. Whatever's cheapest is probably what people are going to do. So when they see that there's no surge as compared to surges on others, they're probably going to use Tryp. What's kind of cool is some of the features that will come with the app for the drivers and for the riders is they have a panic button. So if something goes on, we've seen that there's been issues with drivers and riders.
Right.
But
Right.
if there's like some sort of disagreement or something like that, you push the button once, the panic button once, it starts recording the conversation at the headquarters. If you push it twice, police are notified instantly.
And they will come out, follow
They will
you
come to
through
you.
the tracking device.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
phenomenal.
So that's huge.
That
Another
is
thing
huge because
is
a lot of people don't want to be drivers, such as myself too. A lot of people don't want to be drivers because they have to. You don't know who you're picking up.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I've heard several people getting hurt. Or doing driving for Uber, driving for Lyft. I heard some horrible little stories about that.
Yep.
You for this, that's phenomenal. I don't know if Uber is or Lyft is even actually doing none of that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so
I drive
neither.
for Uber. I
That
drive for
makes
Uber
people
just for
feel
some extra
safe.
cash. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. Another thing that's really cool for drivers is people are going to say that they've already said it. Well, there's no riders. How are they going to get people to ride? Well, what's cool about Tryp is you can build your book of business, which means let's say I get in a car with a really great driver and I'm like, this guy's awesome. I want you to drive me every time on, after work. I want you to drive me home. You can
Right.
set up that driver with that rider, and then the drivers know their schedule. They don't have to drive around town hoping for a ride. They go, okay, at 6, 7, and 8, I've got this ride, and this ride. I go do my rides, and then go home.
Right. Oh, okay. That's phenomenal. That's
Yep.
amazing.
And so, yeah. And another thing is they will have like special needs, like handicap, wheelchair accessible people that are involved. They'll have, so that those who might need assistance can find a ride. They'll have people that will have on their profile that they have car seats for children, so that children can get a ride. So you can set that up. There's just so many phenomenal things that they're going to incorporate into being much better for the drivers and the riders.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
So that's what's cool is if you look at like anybody, especially people who work full time for Uber and Lyft, one, even if they couldn't find 3 people to use a referral, Uber and Lyft take more than $199 a month from them.
Right.
That's just bottom line. Yeah, they might be taking it from the app and you don't get it in your little bank account, but you're still getting money taken from you every single ride.
And if they do the math, it's going to equal out to more than $199 per month. Now, what about
easily.
Lyft? What about Lyft? I don't know too much about Lyft, but don't they take out a percentage too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yep.
because
and some of them it's it seems like some of them are like maybe 40-50%, some are 60%. It just kind of depends on the ride. You don't really know, but it's a big percentage,
right,
that people are giving back for doing their driving, and they're gonna have Tryp's gonna have connections with people that will do like car maintenance for much cheaper, and different things like gas cards and all that stuff to make it better for the driver, because their thing. And what really kind of got me about this company is it reminds me so much of Webtalk, because basically they just said the people that run it, the people that do it, we're going to pay them. We want to make them happy because they're going to make their money. Like I can explain a little bit more on like the commission plan, how they're going to make their money. They're going to make plenty of money. That's fine. But what they're going to do is they're going to help the drivers have a lot better of an experience and get more out of it. Okay, so that's the second way that you can make money with Tryp. The third way is called an influencer.
Okay.
And an influencer is pretty awesome. What the influencer is they pay $149 a year, not a month, a year.
Okay.
So when you sign someone up like as a driver or as an influencer, you get paid $50 every time you sign someone up.
Wow. Okay.
So you get a one-time signing bonus of $50. Now drivers, if they sign up, 10 people, yeah, they get $50 per person, but they're not going to get any commissions off of that.
So say that again. They get okay.
So if I'm a driver and I sign up 10 people, I'm going to get $50 per person for signing them up. But I'm not going to get any monthly residual income or passive income or commissions from that.
Wow.
If I'm an influencer, if I sign up, 50 people or 10 people, whatever, I'm going to get the signing bonus, but then I will get commissions.
Okay.
And without being able to like share screen and all that stuff, the commissions plan is awesome. It is incredible. Like, I think it's like if you have like 10 people in your team, not just direct signups, but in your team, you're going to be already at, I think it's like $600 a month of commissions, just on having 10 people in your team. And then it goes up and it gets real big real fast. I think it's at 400. Don't quote me, but I think it's either $5,000 or $10,000 a month that you would be making in residual income at 400 in your team.
Oh, okay, awesome. That is,
dude. I'm telling you,
I'm blown away by this. This is going to be huge.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what. Once people see this, once people understand that it's here, people are going to be going for this big time, because you're spending. You can go and you can watch the video and it'll show you.
Send that information over to me.
I'll send you the link to the video, so you can see that a little bit more, because I just don't need to explain the whole commissions plan, but the commissions plan is amazing. Like if it all does what it's supposed to do, it's incredible.
And they're still in beta phase 2. Am I correct?
Yeah, they're on soft launch right now. Their drivers are signing up right now. The conversation last night on the corporate was that Arizona, they have signed the license, done the license fees and done all that. So Arizona is here pretty close. They They should have the driver app maybe in like within the week or so.
Right.
Don't quote me on that. With business and technology, some things take a little bit longer, but they're very, very close to being where they can do like the launch. So
So
it's
they
very close.
license for Arizona and another state, but are they going to get, so are they working on the other states as well?
Yeah, their goal is to be in 90 different areas by like in the next 4 or 5 months.
Okay,
So I
so
mean, it's basically what it is if they get when you sign up on the site and sign up as like a driver, which you should if you're I'll explain that in a second, but once they get to 1,500 drivers, then Tryp comes to your city, sets up shop, does all the advertising. They're going to be doing, TV advertisements, radio, celebrity, everything. Like they're doing all the advertising. And then once you get to 3,000 drivers, then the app goes live in that particular place, and people can start using it.
okay, so basically it's up to us for Tryp to come into, our
Yep, to
city.
wherever you're at. Yep.
Okay.
And cities are being, there's cities all over the place that people are building up. So once, if you're interested in it, if you want to get involved, then you get kind of connected to these people that are already there and building, and it's just gonna blow up.
Right,
Okay,
right.
so the fourth option is called the driver influencer. The
Okay.
driver influencer is $399 to start, which covers your driver of $250, your startup fee, and whatever, and then so it's like basically it's like the $250 for the driver plus the $149 for influencer is the $399.
Right.
Okay, so that's what you pay for that. What comes with that is when you're a driver, you don't get any of the commissions plan. You just get like the 100% fair and all that stuff. But if you're a driver influencer, then you get the commission plan plus your driving, and you'll get stock options.
Oh, okay. So they will provide you free stocks, right?
Yep. So basically, you drive for 18 months. You only have to do 20 rides per month. Ask any Uber driver how many rides they do in a week, and it's way, way beyond 20 if they do it full time.
So they will offer you stocks in their market.
Yep. So
Oh, that's
you
going to
will
be
be.
huge. You know how much, Uber's worth in stock marketing. You talking about, that's pretty good. And if you get
Uber.
in now at the very beginning, with the stocks that they're providing, that it's going
Yep.
to it's getting ready to take over what Uber did, like with taxi. Uber took over
Yep.
taxi.
Yep.
Tryp is about to take over all three of them. Tryp, Life,
Yep.
not Tryp, yeah, Life and Uber. You know what I'm saying? So that,
Yep.
wow,
Yep.
wow, they're
Yep.
already preparing for a big, huge. This is going to be
Yep.
huge.
Because they were projecting that Uber is about worth $70 billion right now. When they go public and people can start buying stock publicly, it'll jump to about 128 billion.
Right, right.
But guess how much stock Uber drivers get?
How much? Zero, zero. They get nothing. Lyft either. They don't do stock options. Zero. That's exactly right. You're exactly right, Andy.
And I tell when I get, I'm driving, people like, oh, what, is this your job? No, this is my job. I couldn't imagine doing this as my job because it's very hard to do. And the drivers aren't getting anything in return out of it. So once again, with Tryp, they're saying, okay, here's what we're going to do. If you drive for 18 months, a minimum of 20 rides per month, let's say you get a 5-star rating, that's going to give you some points towards stocks. If you get, if people think you're awesome and write something cool about you, you get some you get some points towards stocks. You can buy stocks. You can do all that stuff. So when they go live and they go public in the next 2 years or whatever, the drivers are the ones that are going to be making money off their stock.
Right. It's going to set the drivers to, passive residual income plus,
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
So what you have is with the driver influencer is you will pay $199 a month every month. But if you
right.
have people that you signed up because you're trying to do that for the driver so that you don't have to pay that. If you're a driver influencer, you still have to pay that $199. But if 3 people use your referral, then that's
It's
the
free.
wash.
It's free.
Then it's free. Yeah. And then you build from there. And then the commissions is ridiculous. Like it's so ridiculous that when you look at it, you're like.
So you saying the compensation plan is beyond everything that you ever seen?
If you pay $190, if you tell me that I have to pay $199 a month, but I can get 400 riders in my team and make $5,000 or $10,000, whatever it is a month, I'm okay with $200. But I won't be paying that because I already have the wash, the 3.
Right.
And people will say, oh, well, you have to keep getting people. If you're a driver, to be free, you need 3 people to use your referral. If you want to pay the $199 and then just get 100% fair, you don't have to tell a soul.
Exactly.
You don't have to do that. That's up to you. So that's the 4 main things. Then they have, like their, like bonus stuff. And, there's, if you get a lot, there's like car bonuses and trip bonuses and things like that. Quite honestly, I don't really like talking about that because people go, oh, well, there's no way I'll ever get that. I don't look at it as I need to be, getting free cars. I look at it as people who drive, if they could make $1,000 extra a month, would save themselves from, going bankrupt, or save themselves from losing their house because they can't pay the mortgage because they're out driving and getting screwed over by these other companies.
Right.
And it doesn't take that much to get. If you think about like teams, if every person says, okay, I'm just going to go get 3. That's it. I don't want to pay my $199, so I'm just going to get my 3 for free. Cool, done. And it will keep growing, and you'll be fine. Now, what people will say is like, well, how does the company make money? Well, as the levels go up, let's say one level is 3, but then the next level is 10. So let's say at 3, you're making $200 a month, but at 10 people in your team, you're making $600. Well, what happens is if I get, let's say 6 people, that money is going to the company. I'm still only getting 200. They're getting the money that's the difference. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So then as it gets up, once it gets to 10, then it switches over and you start making the next level up. So it's called breakage. And what that breakage is all the money that's being made in between the levels goes to the company. And then so the
that's
other
how they make their money.
Yeah, that's how they make their money. And then the other part is let's say you sign up under me and you have 500 people and you're getting X amount of money. I don't get that. What I get is they have it set up as the 3. You can only do 3 people directly under you. You start building your team underneath you at 3.
So it's only 3 people that you can put under you.
It's only 3, and then it goes down. You can sign up as many people as you want, but you can't put them out 20 deep. You put them 3, and then it goes underneath.
Okay.
It builds down. Now, what happens is you can only make 40%, and 20% off those lines. So whatever, like if someone has a ton of people underneath me, I'm only going to get 40% of what they're making. Does that make sense? So 60, and what am I saying? 40? Yeah, 66. Well, let's see, 4. Yeah, so like 60% is going to other people and to the company as well. So you're getting 40, and 20 on each of those lines. So that's where the company makes money.
Right.
With the breakage, they're making money as it gets built, and it depends on how fast you build. If you are it's not like if you have 3 people today and then you get 7 people involved and now you have 10, you have to wait for like a month or 2 for that to go. Nope. Next week you start getting paid on that levels money.
Oh, okay. So it's no delay in commission payouts.
No, and they pay every week, every Saturday.
So the pay, okay, so it's a payment schedule for every Saturday of the month.
Yep. And
you
what's
can
really
set it
cool
up direct
is
deposit, correct?
you can, but I think you can, but yeah, but it's going to be built on the blockchain, so it's peer to peer. So when you give a ride, when they pay, it goes straight into your account. It doesn't go to Tryp. It goes to your account.
So they're basing it off the blockchain. So they're including the blockchain network. And oh, wow. So
it just I'm telling you, if you watch a presentation 2 or 3 times, every single time you go, this is unbelievable.
Well, you got to send me some you got to send me some up-to-date presentations. I don't have time to sit and watch some of the live videos that they make all day, and I mean, they talk about it just like we're doing right now. But
man, it's worth it. It's worth it. Because the thing is like you can get into groups where they record those live events, and you can kind of watch them and kind of go through real fast and see see the things that you've missed or whatever. But it really is like it took me probably, I would say, at least 5 or so 6 times where I was like, wow, like this really makes sense. Because for me, I was just looking at it from a driver standpoint. I'm like, you know what? I don't care about all this stuff. Like, I just need a little bit of extra cash. If this company's cool, like, I'll do it. I'll make some extra money. And then all of a sudden I started looking, I'm like, wait a minute. If every single driver would feel the way I feel about this, I'm going to go find me some drivers.
Exactly. Now, I mean, I kind of I wanted you to explain the stop program, a little bit more to me. I mean, okay, you said something about points. Is that how that's going to work? You get points towards stocks, or you get shares?
Right. So what I perceive it to be is, well, no, the getting like 5-star ratings and getting good comments, that's just kind of incentive to get more shares is basically what it is. Like the points kind of go towards the shares is the way I perceive it.
So now, I mean, is it like a share per rating, or a share per?
I don't know yet.
Okay, so they haven't gotten that all figured out yet. Okay.
Right, they haven't really said that. But the way I look at it is, if you're getting shares for driving and getting 5 stars, I think I've driven for almost a year, and I've maybe gotten 1 lower star than a 5.
Okay, so 4 stars.
All the time that I've been driving, I would have X amount of points towards buying shares.
Right.
Or getting shares from the company. Like that's not happening right now. And
it ain't gonna happen, like, well, especially with those other companies. No, but with this company,
no. Yep.
That's a phenomenal thing to open up opportunities, and people that don't see that, they're just pretty much lost.
Well, and here's the thing. If you know anybody who is a network marketer that has, let's say they have 10,000 followers, even if you have 3% of those followers go, you know what, this is pretty cool, I'm going to drive for this company.
Right.
The money and the commissions is out of this world.
Right.
Like I'm my goal is to be making anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 a month, and I feel like once it goes live, once people see that it's legit, and you can actually show them an app. Drivers left and right will want to do that, and basically I have to have like 400 people in my team. Come on, how many people do you talk to all the time?
Well, I talk to a lot of people every time, different people all the time, and I see different people with that's have promoting, well, that's actually have their own advertisement, plus Uber, they're doing Lyft, they're doing all kinds of stuff. So it's.
Oh, and one other thing I forgot to tell you, with the free app, let's say I'm a driver, right?
Uh-huh.
And I have a rider, and that rider is like, and I'm driving for Uber, right? And I say, hey, you should check out Tryp. I'm going to give you my app. First of all, that person gets $25 free rides to start off.
Okay.
So they get $25 to do that. Well, if I tell them, hey, if you share this with your friends, you're going to make 40 cents or, credit towards your rides every time that they use it. And they go, okay, sweet. So they start handing it out to their friends. Well, one of their friends is a driver. And he says, you know what? I'm going to drive. I think this is kind of cool. And he signs up as a driver. Guess whose commission it goes to?
You.
Me.
That's it.
So when you look at it, what they kind of say is like a cool thing is like, let's say you have a nonprofit or a church congregation, and you say, okay, you go to the pastor and you say, do you want to make, X amount of, money, have extra income for whatever you need for your church? You tell your nonprofit or you tell your congregation, everyone download this app with the code from the pastor. Anytime that they take a ride, that money goes to the pastor, to the church, which is awesome.
Yes, yes.
Every time that those people in that congregation see it and go, I think I should be a driver for this, I get it.
Right.
It goes in my commissions. It goes under me and my team. Unless that pastor decides that he wants to be a driver influencer, and then he does it, and then it goes to him. But that's what's really cool is when the app comes out, when people are spreading that app everywhere, you're going to be getting drivers that you don't even know who they are.
All right. I'm sure because everybody's going to be spreading the word out, and it's going to be from person to person to person. You're not going to know them. Yep. That's huge, Andy.
So I think that this is what I really loved about it. What really kind of pulled me in to doing a lot of research and stuff on it was the fact that it kind of felt like the idea of Webtalk. Like, we want to make the people that run this get something out of it,
right,
instead of all the people on top getting all the money.
Right. So, okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, so if I was to get started today, I had a lady that's, I don't know what's going on with them, but say like if I was to get started today, will there be advertising? I mean, how do we advertise it today? Just by doing, I mean, even though we video share offline, is what I was talking about.
Right. Well, what's going on right now is, if you were, it's your choice of how you want to upgrade. If you want to sign up and not pay anything, but get a link so that you can start spreading that out and telling people just to at least sign up and make their decisions later. As soon as you sign up, you have a link and you can send that out and give that to people. Now, if you want to, what the idea is they would like to know who's really interested in driving, because once they get to the X amount of drivers, then they come to the city and start promoting and getting things going. So most people, if they're interested in driving, would pay like the $250, but you don't pay the $199 per month until the company is launched in your city.
That's what I was wondering. Can you like we don't know. Like, I live in Virginia. Andy, where do you live at currently?
I'm in Atlanta right now.
So you're in Atlanta. So the Tryp hasn't launched in your city yet, neither have.
No, but we are we are building and building fast.
Okay,
the goal for us here is to be able to hand out to every single person that comes to the Super Bowl a card that says, if you use Tryp, you get $25 for free, and we will have riders to drive them.
Okay, so do you have cards right now?
No. When they are still putting together the advertising, but like I create flyers. I just hand stuff to people, like, here's my QR code or whatever. Check it out. Check out the videos. Check out the stuff if you're interested. Cool. Whatever. But the plan is, the idea is that when it's available to have business business cards that will say like $25 for free. All I got to do is sign up with this app. So when all those people come to Atlanta, they get the app. Where are they going to go? Back to their city.
Right. So that's a huge goal right there. Yeah.
Yep. So that's the goal here. But the advertising, the Tryp will do advertising in your city once it they get the 1,500 drivers. So when you sign up, and if you want to be a driver, then yeah, you want to sign up as a driver, not just as an influencer. Yeah, influencers are a little bit cheaper to sign up, but that slows down the process of growing because they don't know how many people want to be a driver.
Okay,
so you kind of want to do like my goal. My thing is, what I would suggest to people is, if you have the $3.99, do it. But the problem, but it's kind of unnecessary right now.
Is
because
it $3.99 or $2.99?
Well, the $3.99 is for the driver influencer. That's the top one.
Okay,
the
so
most
both
expensive
of it.
one.
You won't.
Yeah, I wouldn't do. I personally wouldn't do that. What you have 90 days to upgrade to driver influencer. After that, you can't do that. So what I would do is I would sign up as a driver, try to get my referral out, get 3 people to sign up. So now I've covered my $199 for that that $250, right? Mm-hmm. So that next month I could pay the $149 and basically just use the return from the drivers that I signed up to pay for that next month to upgrade to influencer. That's what I would do.
Okay, that sounds phenomenal.
But yeah, but if a driver signs up and they say, I don't want to do the influencer, I don't want to deal with all that, which is crazy because for $149 a year now you can get commissions on, referring people, which makes sense to me. But if you want to be just a driver, you pay your $250, you get your 3 referrals until the trip comes to your city. You don't pay the $199 a month.
Okay.
But I mean, I feel like everybody knows 3 people that drive.
Yeah, of course. I know many people that drive. Even if I don't know, I do know. Yep.
Or you run into someone who does. Yeah.
Right.
So that's how I would approach it. Just because, once again, people are gonna say, "Oh, it's a scam. They're just making you give me money." Well, here's the way I look at it. How many people in a month spend $200 on silliness?
A lot of people.
Restaurants, bars, shoes, right. Blah blah blah, whatever it is. So if $199 is way too much for you to pay per month, you need to check your spending habits. Or if you're a driver, go drive for 3 nights longer out of your month and get that $199.
Exactly. You can make that money back in days, in a couple days. Not even that. If you find a good driver, you never know. You might talk to somebody and they might want to give you a huge tip.
Yep.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
So when I look at it and listen to people say, well, I would never pay $199 a month. Well, if you look at what Uber and Lyft are taking from you on all of your driving per month, they're taking probably 3 to 4 times that much.
Right.
So yeah, you have to pay a little bit, but if you get 3 people that use your referral code, guess what? Now it's free. So basically, you've paid $250 for your lifetime to be a driver. If you do driver influencer, so you pay $400. You get, in a month, you get 3 people. Now you're at you're at a wash, so you're at 0. You're not paying anything per month. You get 3 more. Boom. Now you're even. The rest of your life, you're making money.
Right. Exactly.
And you're making a sweet commissions plan, and you're also getting stock options.
Exactly.
You tell me a business that can be started for $400.
Right. And get all these options and the opportunities that come with it.
And all the advertising, all the blog posts, all the Facebook advertising, all that. The company is going to build. They have. I just heard today that they have. They're called like automatic webinars. So now you can send them a link and they can watch the webinar, and it looks like it's a live webinar, but it's a recorded one. So you can watch it at any time you want. You don't have to be on at 9 or 10 or whatever
Okay.
whenever you feel like it. So the company is going to do a lot to help people grow this thing.
Right. And all you gotta do is just plug in, pretty much.
Yep.
And stay connected. Okay. It sounds good, Andy.
And what's cool is even if you are not, if your city isn't live, if you have people that you've signed up in different cities and different places, you are still going to get commissions on them right away if you're an influencer.
Right.
So
but if you decide to become a driver, you're still going to be able to find before they launch. And my concern was before. Okay, they haven't gotten licensed here in Virginia yet. This is my concern. All right. So if if I decided I wanted to be a driver and an influencer, right, and I decided to find my 3 people, right, will it affect me in any kind of way, being that they have not gotten licensed here in Virginia yet? That's my concern with compliance.
No, like I said, what they're going to do is if it starts building in Virginia, let's say, I don't know what city you're in, but
I'm in Harrisonburg,
Virginia. Okay, so you say, okay, I'm going to start promoting this thing in my city. Once you get to 1,500 people, they're going to be like, we're coming to your city, we're setting up shop, we're getting the licensure. You have until 3,000 people, 3,000 or 1,500 more drivers to get to 3,000, and you're going live. They're not going to mess around. That's the thing is they have like a list of like cities, but they've said exclusively, if you get 1,500 people in this particular city, we're there. We
so that basically
we're there.
It's all in our own work efforts to get. And that's not individually. Yep. Say like somebody else probably in Virginia that sees this ad, they're going to push it to get to 1,500 people too.
Which I'm guessing that there's probably people in Virginia that have already started.
Exactly.
I'll ask, since I know that you're there. You're in where again?
Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Harrisonburg.
JMU,
okay.
James
I'll
Madison
ask
University
and see what's going on. But if there are people that are already doing something, and quite honestly, the people that I work with here in Atlanta, if I said, look, I have a friend, she's got 20 people that are interested that would love to, come and see like a live presentation, have you come and talk. I am about 99.9% sure he will jump on a plane and come to Virginia and tell you all about it.
Wow. Phenomenal.
Because he's no joke. The guy that's part of my that's above me, like he is no joke. He's been to Chicago, Philly, Florida, DC, I don't know, a couple other places. Like he's it's no joke to him. Like if you can say, hey, I want to do a meeting and tell people to come and have you do this presentation and tell people what's going on, done.
Okay, great.
Someone would.
Right. That sounds phenomenal. Well, Andy, I look forward to, linking up with you. Like I said, I haven't heard from the original sponsor that, she said that she was waiting on getting a link. I think she should have been had it. But she's committed to other things. She does, she helps people get, sells like, normal stuff like, Shopify, like sneakers and clothing.
Right.
And she teaches people that way. So she's she's a good marketer, very good marketer, and helping people, find ways to make money. But see, and then she introduced me to Tryp, but I have not heard from her yet about the link or the information. So if I don't hear from her, then I'm going to come straight for you, for it.
Yeah, I would say that Yeah, do that. See what you can do.
Right.
Not gonna lie, if you get into the downline that we're in, they're called the Tryp champions, and these guys are no joke here. They are gung ho, all in, like they want to win.
Right.
So, I mean, like I said, they want to have the app live by the Super Bowl, which is only about a month or so away. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I feel like that's a pretty good goal to have. And I mean, 3,000 people really isn't that much.
Okay. So you say you make flyers. So you make flyers? If you can make me like a little demo, or something like that after, once everything gets set up and everything, I could take them and go to another place and have it printed out. That would be easier for me to hand out. That would be appreciated.
Yep.
But for now, I just got to get, check with her, see what's going on,
Yep.
get the link and everything. And also I have to get some more funding, because I have funding in different other places, definitely different other places and everything too as well. And I'm waiting on extra funding.
I hear you. I hear you on that.
Yeah.
I hear you on that. But I just, what I like about it is it's the one-time fee to start up is the one-time fee, and if you have 3 referrals by that month, or before that next month, then it's taken care of. And if it's not live in your city, they don't charge you the $199 per month until they get live.
Right.
So it's not like you're all of a sudden having to drop $200 a month waiting for something to happen. That's not how it works.
Right. You pay that one time until they get live in your city.
And if you're smart, you would have signed up 3 people before they even went live in your city. You don't have to worry about that.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah. So that's that. The streaming, I'm not going to talk to you about that because I just don't have all the information yet. I'm sure that I'll start kind of meeting with Clayton and seeing what's going on with that. But once I do, I'll give you that information.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm in the live streaming TV right now. I already have
right.
And they love the service. I mean, they cut their cable out completely. But I have Wi-Fi connections here because all my kids got like 20 different devices on, and I have connection issues where I have to guys, y'all gonna have to turn out some of y'all. I mean, I have the high speed internet, but and I mean my app works fine on my TV. I watched the whole series off of there with no problem. But my concern is, being able to stay on all the time because, with my kids and devices, I definitely going to have to upgrade my internet service. So that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
And, of course, my kids, they like going over there and knocking stuff down. I was thinking about rerouting the modem to another place in the house that is more secure so that they won't keep knocking over my stuff. And I would have, internet connection, because it affects the internet when the box keeps getting dropped or knocked over. So
always something, right?
Yeah,
Kids, man.
definitely.
Always something.
Yeah, so like I said, I appreciate this meeting. It's been about an hour or so. We're gonna close out, and I'm gonna go back and edit some things and put some things in our group, and we're gonna just blow this up. I mean, 2019 is the takeover, so we're definitely going to take it over. And I mean, we seen. I don't know how you were with the other companies with 2017. I had a golden year. 2017, I did have a great year. But then when 2018 hit, I got like busted in the face with a whole bunch of different things that crashed and did not work out for us.
Well, that's because people have no. I don't want to say it like this. Like, not everyone, but a lot of people have no integrity or morality.
Right.
And they took something that was actually good and screwed people over. And took what was good and what was working and what was phenomenal.
Don't do that.
And screwed people over. and that's not cool. Like, that's not like, whether you make a ton of money and screw people over, that's still on you.
Right.
And at some point that happens to you. I'm the kind of person that when someone says, okay, I want to sign up and do this, I tell them straight up, look, this is a risk. I'm not telling, someone was like, would you ever tell your mom to get involved in this if she only had $250? I was like, no, of course not. I would never tell someone to spend their life earnings on something.
Right.
No, I would not do that. That's ridiculous. If she had $10,000 and the thing was $5,000 or $9,999, I wouldn't tell her that either.
Exactly.
Because that's ridiculous. You can't, like, if you don't have $250 to spend, you can find a way to earn $250. And if you lose $250, that's not a lot of money. You will not be out of your home for $250.
Exactly.
But if that's your life earnings, and if that's all you got in your bank account, you could be kicked out of your house. And I would never tell you to do that. That's ridiculous.
Sorry.
So that's just me. Like, when people say silly stuff like that, like, well, would you do that to your family member? No, I would not. I wouldn't do that to anybody.
Exactly.
But I know how to make $250.
Right.
I get my car, I drive around for 3 or 4 nights. Above what my budgetary plans are for the rest of the money.
Right.
You put some effort into it. You don't go out to eat for a couple days. You don't go buy that $130 pair of shoes. You make some sacrifices and get that money.
Right.
But when you can say straight up, the highest amount of money that you're going to pay for Tryp is $399 if you do it right and talk to people and get 3 people to sign up.
It's worth it.
You can make that $400 back.
Yep, it's worth it, and then not including the driving that you provide for people for that month. Because
if you're a driver, you're going to be making money anyway.
So I mean, technically, are we going to be given a device, or how's that work?
No,
or is it going to be our phone? We're going to use our phone, and then
Yeah.
we turn our Tryp on, and then if we get a
just like yeah,
Uber,
Lyft, you're going to have an app. You'll have a driver app and you'll have a rider app just like that, and it'll use your phone. I think they're working on doing like car leasing and stuff, that if people want to do it that way, those kind of things. All the stuff that are the other rideshare companies.
Right.
So.
Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it. I'm not going to hold you up any longer.
No
My daughter, she is tearing up in the background. I'm watching her as we speak, and she thinks it's so funny. And so I'm gonna I'm gonna get off of here, and it's good talking to you, and definitely this valuable information that we had discussed it today. I did wanted to do a little screen sharing, but unfortunately, we'll do that another day because it looks like you're in your vehicle.
Yeah, I'm about ready to go in the gym. So
okay.
I'm always doing something, but yeah, like either a screen share or you can look at the information like in a video and stuff.
Sure,
it's just easier to do that. I think it's good to hear it, but when you can actually
see
look
it,
at
it, that's good. Yeah, but thank you so much, and thank you for this meeting and everything. And I'm definitely, we definitely looking forward to working together as a team, promoting multiple streams of income. But not only that, just promoting multiple streams of valuable information to our group, and that's huge. Thank you so much, Andy, for this.
No problem.
All right.
Appreciate the time.
All right, no problem. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.